Hey guys, welcome to Men's Conference Podcast episode 11. We've reached 11. Guys, we definitely have reached a milestone, man. This is like almost season 2 at beginning.
Lucky number.
Yeah.
They
Lucky
say
number. 2-digit
11
number.
is a lucky number.
Yeah. So meaning I'm very lucky than all of you, man. I'm the luckiest nigga.
What makes you think you're more lucky than everybody else?
Because of 11, bro. Yeah,
How do you own that number?
just my own.
Listen, in Engatintea ball and Matea jersey number 11. What number do you play?
11. You just copied it from me, bro. Why you gotta copy everything from me? What's wrong with you, man?
Oh, let me just go back to my guitar since me, I'm trying to be romantic and you are trying to confuse me with numbers.
You
But
see, which girl has convinced you to play this guitar? So you're a simp. You're busy telling people out there that they shouldn't be simps. You are a simp.
Bakalume, you must understand that there comes a time when a man has to move in ways that he has to move in order to get the coochie. Because if you're not going to, if you're just thinking like, everywhere I'll just be tough, coochie ain't coming to you. Sometimes you gotta use finesse, less effort, and just enjoy yourself and see how the coochie just comes up to you.
I don't think African girls would actually be dazzled by a guy playing guitar.
What you've said is African girls. I'm just saying. Look, it's not a trip.
Yeah.
Wait, so if they're not going to be impressed by this, how are we going to get them then?
The money, the swag, guys. The man is
But
what
we
they
hear
like.
stories about, chicks cheating on people who even have money and all that. So,
that's because she was just using that guy for financial purposes. Here's the thing.
so that means that goes back to my original question. How do you how do you get a finesse without using this?
Without
Yeah,
using
man.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Be like DC, the greatest of all time. DC, the legend of awesomeness.
We believe you. It's a legend of awesomeness. Did you steal that from Kung Fu Panda?
I didn't steal it. They stole it from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But didn't it come out
there
before
is
before you were born? So how can they do? How can they steal it from you if you're not even born by the time?
I was born. Didn't Kung Fu Panda 1 come out like in 2005 or something? I was
8.
born. 8? Yeah. They stole it from me somehow, somewhat. I'm not sure.
Well, that's messed up. But hey, at the end of the day, we still gotta do what we gotta do. Hi everyone, welcome to the Men's Conference Podcast.
Yeah.
My friends here, Mr. DC and Mr. Laz. Today we're just chilling. We've got a topic for you, and we always have to thank our sponsors, guys. We can't let this slide. Thank you to Bongobongo for making this episode possible. So I would advise you guys, if you want to bait or play some games, you can click the link in the description. That is Bongobongo, and then play some games like Candy Crush, Aviator, and win some money. This is a great way to start a new month. Play some money, play some games, see if you can win some money, and who knows, you might just have enough money for this Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, and don't
Christmas
forget-
promotions are
Yeah.
also on the way. Keep that in check. Stay tuned to that. So we thank Bongo Bongo. You guys rock.
And don't forget that Bongobongo actually gives out prizes almost every week, every month,
Top
you
tier.
know, and definitely you can actually, like their page and just watch out for any games that they will throw on their page. Because most of the time they actually give out like 15,000, 26,000. So as a man or as a lady as well watching the podcast, you wouldn't want to miss that competition. So go on the page, like it, follow, and watch the games. And as well, you can actually click the link in our description as well to find those games. You can actually deposit as less as 1 kwacha, in order for you to win, some cash prizes, which is pretty
Daily cash
awesome. And many people have actually been winning prizes as well, Yeah.
I wish we could play, but it would seem unfair if they say Karas has won 50 pin. People are,
Imagine
So,
at its
at least
collapsion.
you guys are lucky that you play. Us, we were told you were sunga win, Bazagans or something else. So guys, do the needful. Make sure you like our page, Men's Conference Podcast, that is on Facebook, and you can make sure you subscribe and like on YouTube as well. That
Yeah.
is Men's Conference Podcast, as well as TikTok.
Follow us on TikTok, guys. Don't be afraid to follow us on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's as easy as that. Episode 11, guys. We've reached
Lucky number, my guy.
a milestone,
Lucky
man.
number, my
yeah.
guy.
But before I actually get into everything, Laz, the cool guy, How you doing, man?
Yeah, you're too awful quiet, man.
Yeah.
So now I'm just watching the.
People think we actually muzzle you, like don't say anything. You're just there to sit
Now
there.
I'm watching the Masters at work here, man. I'm just here to. I'm just here to observe, learn.
Lazy. Come on. Lazy. First you flatter the girls, now you flatter me.
Can you
and
imagine?
him?
Okay, no,
Shit,
Laz,
man.
what do you want from me?
Hey,
Because
huh?
I feel like your flattering doesn't come easy.
What do you mean?
Well, you know that thing where somebody wants something from you,
Yeah.
but they can't go direct first. They have to first stroke your ego.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not just anybody, bro. I'm different, bro. I'm unique, man.
I know me, I believe in you, man.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
know.
bro.
No,
Yeah, tough one.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
if-
I mean, I know that already, but thanks.
If
anyway.
you're lying, when they could help, you need to come back with you.
Lightning shall
Yeah,
strike you if you're
otherwise,
lying.
How's been the week, man?
It's been cool. I won't say too much because I like, keeping things mysterious. I don't like exposing myself too much. So all I can tell you is that I'm good. I'm fantastic. Great to be here as always. Yeah. So like he's always said, thou shalt not simp, and that's what we're here to make sure we teach
Very
men
true.
not
Yeah.
to simp anymore.
Very true.
Yeah.
There's a simp epidemic out there, guys.
And you always keep on saying that.
Yeah.
Remind the
I'll
chaps.
never stop. I'll never stop, my guy. It's sickening, actually. There is no vaccine. The men's conference is the vaccine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Secure
that's
to all
a
your
good one.
problems in life. Take the men's conference
yeah.
podcast seriously.
Otherwise, it's wild. What about you, DC, man? I've always wanted to ask you, like, how is your week? I never ask you these things because I always
Because
assume.
you don't care. You don't care.
Why do you have to put it out like that? Now you're making me look quite inaditumpaine. Naditumpaine. But yeah, how has been your week?
It's been good. It's been great. It's been fun. The weather, I'm liking the weather though. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right there.
Yeah, it's
it's
been
not
crazy.
raining. It just rains like once in a while.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
also sad because rainy season really started late this season. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
But
it is
last
what
year's
it is.
rainy season was wild.
Yeah.
Yo, it was wild. It was
Yeah.
flooded. Kamwala South was flooded. Kawata, people
I
started
told you
swimming.
osazinkala Kamala South kuli maleki chabe kuja bamambila babagai kuja.
Kamwala South people are watching you. They will target
No, they're
you.
watching like, look, Bakamwala South, you shouldn't have built those quarries. Munakumba maningi kuja. So manzi alichabe all over. I mean,
Guys, if you find him, please do the needful and attack him.
and not hug him.
Why?
Why?
You're the villain.
Why
He's the
is-
hero.
Why? He's
I always
spewing-
keep on reminding you,
bro,
man.
he's spewing hate.
Mwande, I'm joking.
To me.
Mwande, I'm
Wamvela.
joking. Love him. Guys,
So-
love him.
Love.
Love the ranting
So
guy.
guys, if anything happens to me, just ask DC.
No, love the ranting guy, guys. Love the ranting guy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
besides that, we've got a topic for today. It is crazy. Most people actually don't know how they can get through a breakup, more especially guys. So that is the question for today.
So basically,
How is a man
how can a man get
Through a breakup. A chick breaking up with you.
Kakupwanya mutima.
Exactly. She's telling you, me, I don't like you anymore because you're a punk.
Imagine kakupwanya mutima.
Wait, so but
No
this-
bokutumira 1 week ati how are you holding up?
Imagine.
yeah, but before actually getting over the breakup, you have to
Yeah.
also try to understand why she broke up with you in the
True,
first place.
true.
You have to understand the reasons. You have to also analyze like what led to that situation in the first place. This is why it's like what you said before, like having a brotherhood is much more important. That way, when it happens, you have someone to go to explain. Oh no, she did this. This is what happened. Then they get to say, oh, okay, what did you do? Then you explain step by step because there's so many men out there that like complain so much about how she is. No, she's just especially if she cheated on him with someone else. He's always like, oh, no, she's a blah blah. She's this, she's that. But if you do a thorough investigation, you find out actually that he was the problem in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Very true.
because what you've mentioned is something that here's the thing. As men, DC used to say this back in the day. Like, look, if she cheats on you, if she breaks up with you, if anything happens, it is your fault.
It's your fault, bro.
In as much as we want to say, no, this girl was ungrateful, you should have been able to see that she was
it's
ungrateful,
your
all
fault,
right?
bro.
Why did you continue putting so much effort despite her not being grateful with you? You dig?
No.
So at the end of the day, as men, we always have to, as a guy, there is no excuses for failure. Every time you fail, you cannot blame somebody. There are guys out there I've seen writing long essays by Facebook. No, I did so much for this girl. Shan, I did everything a boyfriend or everything a husband is supposed to do.
You think
Then
she
she just
cares?
went and cheated on me. Or she went and broke up with me. Bro,
think
there
she
is
cares?
something you did. There is something you did. And when you see the guys saying that I did everything, but she still left me, just know he's not yet self-aware.
No, he's
You
not.
should have been aware there's something you're making a mistake out
Should
there.
have been hearing
Yeah.
or noticing her actions.
Exactly,
Because
but-
most girls, when they're not really interested in you, this is why most girls, it's hard for them to tell their boyfriend or the guy the truth. So they would rather use their actions in order to communicate what they're feeling. You know, it's easier for guys to I can come to you and say, you know what, that ranting guy, Laz, me, I don't like what you do. You know, you do certain things, but for a girl, it's hard unless you tell her to say, okay, what is wrong with me?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why are you acting the way you're acting? You know?
You know, one thing I've understood about girls, we always say, but girls, why don't you just tell us? Why so much user when I'm doing something wrong, so on and so forth?
They're not built for
Until
that.
I understood that, you see, as guys, we forget that we're dangerous.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like dangerous? Like
No,
physically dangerous?
physically dangerous. So women, sometimes even what they want to tell you, they hold back simply because they're afraid of your reaction.
Yeah.
They don't know. You could become violent all over the sudden with her. So to save herself that, she would rather not say anything.
And a large
'Cause
majority of men are violent.
exactly. The weaker men are violent.
Yeah.
We're living in an era where weak men are all over the place.
We're living-
There's a weak man epidemic out
We're
there.
Wait,
living-
so wouldn't that mean that when she got into the relationship, he used to display like levels of aggressive nature towards her? That's why she's not willing to open up to him later on. Because,
even
because there are
though-
situations
yes.
where a guy could be like weak, he could be a simp at the end of the day, but she still won't tell him shit.
Yeah,
You
but,
know,
but
the
you know
things
what
that-
you have to understand? Sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
You know what you have to understand is that most simps are emotional, and most simps are the dangerous ones. The masculine men, who are just masculine is not what we mean just kunkalampeta. Even just being able to handle your emotion is enough.
Because
You
look,
dig?
we're
Like-
living we're living in an environment where now social media or Disney is telling men to be emotional. How you feel is what you should communicate with her. When meanwhile, that's not supposed to be the case. Once a man starts to display how he feels, believe you me, all hell breaks loose on earth. You know. So, she shouted at me, I'm a slapper. Oh, she did this, I'm a hitter. Oh, she did that, I'm a beater. So all those things is media is telling men to be emotional. Always display how you feel. When meanwhile,
Yes,
that's not
it's
supposed
not
to be
supposed
the
to
case.
be like that.
As a man, when you feel in a certain way, just walk away, man.
Yeah.
No matter how much you want to discipline the girl physically, you just have to walk away no matter what, you know, because media is brainwashing men to do that.
Yeah, because you see, the media is trying to just make men and women all female. You understand? Okay, it's actually, I would say, sometimes women are being engineered to have masculine behavior and masculine traits. Then men are being told to be girls.
Yeah.
You understand? This is why they'll tell you things like, it's okay for a man to cry. It's okay for you. Look, you might cry, but do it in secret, fam. Do not let people see your tears, especially your girl.
You go
don't,
live.
especially.
So go live.
So
You
what
go
you're,
live
so what
on
you're
air.
trying, so what you're trying to say is that media is trying to like psychologically
Yes.
damage us in a certain way,
Yes.
where
Yes.
men and women can't get along because
Yes.
they're mirroring each other.
Yes,
Yeah,
because if you go back in the old days, or let's say we go, let's not even go that far. If we go to the villages, you know, no matter how much a man is emotionally feeling, you do the work no matter what.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter.
He
He
still
can
goes,
wake up sad. He can wake up angry, but he'll still go outside and,
And
do
do
the
his
work.
work.
You know,
That's
he
how
will
it's
not,
supposed to be.
He will not sit there and say, today I don't feel like working. You know, I'll just sit back. Even when he wants to cry, he'll not cry in front of his wife. He'll just continue doing the work, and he'll talk to his boys. And this is where brotherhood is important.
You know, speaking of crying, I've been holding this down my chest. All right.
please
Now,
cry.
for a man that doesn't want to be emotional, I'm gonna be emotional.
Yeah, please
As
cry.
a guy, Bakalume, let's face it. When you cry in front of females, you are weak. And you deserve whatever is coming at you. I do not have sympathy for guys that cry, let alone in public.
Or
There is
live on
something-
air.
And I was getting to that.
Yeah.
There is some dude, okay, had so much respect for this dude. Okay, he's very social media
going to
famous.
hear- are we
I
going
shall
to know
not
his name?
mention
No,
names.
no mention
no, no,
names.
no.
All right, all right.
I shall not mention names. This guy, I even used to support him somehow. You know, I made a video supporting him to say, look, he's a genuine, solid guy. He knows romance, so on and so forth. Then he just slapped the door in my face by crying online. So let me let me get this straight. This guy got his camera, puts it on a stand, make sure malaiti yaliko bazeskos wanatenge malaiti lelo. He switches on the camera, fixes the lighting, makes sure he's not sweating, And then he goes, my guy, Muziba, break up. Like, bro, are you serious right now? I do not, anyone that cries in public, anyone that cries with the camera on, I do not trust. Those are crocodile tears. Those are fake tears. When you are emotional, how did you have the time to even think of setting up a camera?
Yeah.
To set up the lighting?
Yeah.
Mwati nyoneka, okay, apa when I cry, the tears, yazaoneka. Now you're a meme, my guy. And then we are telling men, it's okay to cry, that's why you have tears.
No.
The only person I shall cry for is my mama. I am not crying for any human being. You understand? They do not deserve the tears. No one deserves my tears. Simple
So
as
if
pie.
I want to see you cry, then you will not display them.
I shall not, and I won't cry. Why should I?
This guy. This guy.
No, here's the thing.
One day.
No.
DC,
Here's the
DC, I
thing.
love you, DC.
Oh my
You
goodness.
know?
Now that's say pause.
What do you talking
Say
about?
pause.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Oh
bro.
my goodness. you just proved to me for the other guy. So Bakalume,
Guy.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
You now, of course, I've been extreme, but
Yeah.
cry in front of your mates. It's fine. You meet,
Yeah.
guys, listen, this
No,
thing
it's
is
pretty
bothering me. Boom, you cry. Don't cry in front of your girl. This is the thing. Listen, only females are allowed to cry. I'm sorry. This sounds, as much as you say it sounds toxic. In the olden days, men were not unaliving themselves, despite them not crying. Men never showed emotions. Men never sat there hoping for the world to care about them. But guess what? At the end of the day, like you said, they still went to work. They still did their deed, and they never unalived themselves. But our generation, are you seeing how guys are unaliving themselves?
Like
Over
I said,
anything.
like
Girl
I
leaves
said.
you fail an exam, you unalive.
Like I said,
Jesus.
a society can be tough on a guy and whatnot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you need to believe to tell yourself, look, life is hard, life is extremely tough, but definitely I will never give up on this. Look, let me tell you one thing, is that especially, and this is a sad reality, right? A lot of men are committing suicide,
Yeah,
which
but-
is sad.
Very sad,
Very
actually.
sad. But one thing you need to know is that when you commit suicide, do you know what actually happens when you're dead?
We forget.
What will happen is that they'll cry, yes. Oh, you committed suicide, what.
Then we go on with
They'll
our
go,
lives.
they'll go to your funeral, they'll cry. After that, they'll drink alcohol and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Then after that, they'll forget about you. And after that, they'll now start calling you names. How does that guy commit suicide?
Because I think the most important thing a man has to actually do while he's still alive is to make sure he leaves a legacy behind.
Exactly.
That way, however you act, however you behave, how you presented yourself, whatever happens in the future, like let's say you pass on, at least people will be there to say this guy was one of the best people I've met. He was one of the guys who you could depend on. And at the same time, he was masculine. He was a guy that could get his shit together. No matter how difficult the situation is, he always rises up to the occasion. Yeah.
So, getting back to the topic is that what are the steps that a guy should take in order to go through a breakup? How can he get through a breakup?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. Guys,
Please.
first of all, before we even get to getting through to a breakup, you need to put yourself in a frame. I've seen men beg. Oh, baby, don't break up with me. Vela, don't break up with me. You understand? The moment, you know how you fail to move on? When you start begging the person that wants to leave. You've already shown that you are going to have a hard time to get over this girl. Because you've already started begging. You've put her on a pedestal. So how do you get over a breakup?
A girl's
My
broken
guy,
up with
go
you.
talk to your mates. First of all, go talk to Ngatichakukola maningi, talk to your mates. Pressure is that some of you, Bakalume, you don't even have friends. Ulichea munyumba utamba Netflix, utamba anime. How are you going to get over this thing? All right? Have friends. Tell them, hey, we had a breakup. I like the chick, but she just said like she's not feeling the relationship anymore. Your friends, it's their duty to make sure you feel better. It's their duty for them to tell you, like, look, my nigga, it happens. She broke up with you, she left you, her loss. You go work on yourself. Now, what you have to do now is, problem in today's time, that's why relationships are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Immediately people break up with each other. To take that hurt down real quick, they want to jump in a new relationship. Girls can sense a rebound, my guy. They can sense if you're trying to rebound them, like, this guy is trying to push very quickly. It's like he's trying to use me to get over the last girl. Don't do that. Have some time to reflect on yourself. What are the mistakes? How did this lead to a breakup? What is it that I did wrong? Once you acknowledge that there's a mistake I made, put some blame on yourself. It's not 100% that it was her fault. She was ungrateful. She left. No. Nawe wenzeko na pressure. Do not be arrogant, my guy. Learn to look at yourself. Admit that you made some mistakes. Then from there, healing. Because, healing is all about admitting that, okay, we effed up.
Yeah.
What next?
Yeah.
That's when you start healing. There is a lot, and I'm sure others can expand more. But that's what I'll tell you. First, self-introspection. Look down, look into yourself and see where you made the mistake. Simple as
So
pie.
for
That's
me,
what I was saying.
So for me, I think one of the steps he should take is to make sure he should stop having expectations. The thing is, having expectations that when you meet a girl, anything can happen. It's a 50-50 chance. Especially the type of girl you meet. Sometimes she could be, someone who doesn't go out a bit, but could be someone else who's dated like 5-10 guys, and then she'll start comparing. But you, Naiwe, when you first meet her, you already dreamed you have your dream wedding, how many kids, the house you buy, then boom, she just tells you the relationship has ended. There it breaks your heart because you had expectations. In short, what I'm trying to say is stop caring way too much about the chick.
Yeah, niggas dream too much.
Yeah, they care too much to the chick to the point whereby she feels like, this guy's, he's on me way too much. He's always checking up on me, calling me, always wanting to hang out with me. Doesn't he have a life outside me? Like his own life and all that. So that kind of suffocates her a bit to the point whereby now she just boom ends the relationship. So men should stop having expectations from women to the point whereby now they start ending up committing suicide, all because his dreams got crushed and all that. Yeah,
I think maybe, for the noobs out there, because I know there's always somebody trying to get us out of context. So you're saying men shouldn't have expectations. Expand that on more. Maybe you should say it, do not have unrealistic expectations with women.
Yeah.
Because when you just said don't have expectations, there's always that guy in the comment section. So come, but we should not have expectations. The funny dudes out there.
Women actually meant to have unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Because women dream about a lavish marriage. Women dream about kitchen parties. Prince Charming, Cinderella story, all that.
Long hair
all that
like
stuff.
Rapunzel.
Exactly. So women actually do have the right to dream about such.
And I can say this is that they are the ones who are allowed to live in a delusional
Yes.
world. Us who are allowed to live in a fact-based reality. Yeah.
So as a man, you need to expect the unexpected. Once you get with a chick, no matter whether she's churchy or whether she's in the club, it doesn't matter. You always have to expect the unexpected. Know very well that, okay, at any time this girl can leave me, but what do I do? Let me focus on myself. Let me grow myself. Let me work towards being a better man. That way, the girl is going to follow you like she's either your daughter or like a tail, So at the end of the day,
I
as
thought
a
you
man,
were going to say like a fly, Pama.
no.
Like a fly.
So at the end of the day, as a man, you need to focus on yourself when you're in a relationship. Once you focus on yourself, believe you me, the girl behind you is going to follow you. Because women love leaders. They don't like followers. When a woman has a follower behind her, believe you me, she's just going to dump you right there. And then, in fact, she won't even tell you that she's ended it. She's just going to move on and sleep with another guy who's actually more higher than you, who's doing more things than what her current boyfriend is doing. So in order to actually get through a breakup, as a man, you need to sit down and first to look into the mirror and say, what did I do wrong for this girl to actually dump me? What is it that I did? And when you discover that, take a week, sit down and tell yourself, okay, how am I going to get through this? Because I believe that a man should never go through a heartbreak for a month or 2 weeks. A week should at least be enough.
Yeah, you should.
By that time,
you should have accepted that things
Yes,
have ended. You
yes.
should be now getting back to the real world.
Because one thing is that you are using that time to make money.
Yeah.
Right? So you're allowed as a man for 1 week to sit down and reflect what has just happened. Yes, you love this girl. You dated her for like maybe 7, 9, 5 years, and then something unexpected actually happened, She ends it. So sit down and think to yourself, okay, what am I going to do? Right? This girl has broken my heart. Let me go to my friends. I go to my friends. I tell them what has just happened. I break down. Next, now you have to be alone to accept the reality, to say, this girl's no more. And what I want you guys to do is that delete her number. Whether she broke up with you or whether you broke up with her, delete her number. I don't care whether you have it in your head. You need to force yourself to forget about her number. So when you do that, sit down and think to yourself, okay, I'm alone now. What did I do? How did I fuck up? Okay? Once she communicates with you to say, yo, are you okay? Don't even reply. Whether she writes a long message, whether our friends are trying to get through to you just to see how you're doing, do not respond to her. Then the next thing that you have to do is take a long walk. Take a long walk with music in your ears. I don't care what kind of music you're going to listen to, but take a long walk. Once you take a long walk, now you start to think to yourself, okay, what's the next move that I'm going to do? Which girl am I now going to go after? Because the problem with you guys is that once a girl breaks up with you, you want to go after the same girl. No, I need to find the same girl, but I'll do better. No. There's something wrong with you and there's something wrong with that girl as well. You might be the type of guy that was actually doing everything for the girl, but she just didn't like it. So what you do is that try to change the type of girl that you want to go after. Maybe you went after... Then she breaks your heart.
And I think it's not just the type of girl, it's the type of girl you should be focused on building a life with. Because there's a certain basic, certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Like certain attributes that girls are supposed to possess in order for her to make a good wife. Too many men out there just wifing up, going after anything. Exactly. So one of the most basic attributes that women actually are supposed to possess in order for a guy to say, okay, I think that she'll make a good wife is maybe like she's nurturing, she's caring, she's always
family oriented.
Exactly, family oriented. She's always there when you need her to be. Yeah, so that's what I think.
Yeah, because in a world today, I feel like there are so many factors that distort relationships in today. It's just not money. In as much as we say, no, girls, you have to have money, ufunika ulinandalama, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, men also have unrealistic expectations. Yeah. Okay? What is it that we look for into modern day men? What is it that we see in music videos? What is it that women nyash? Look at how the Nigerians have gone crazy with nyash. That's all they talk about. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's caring, she comes from a good home. Does she have nyash? No. She doesn't meet your standards simply because her nyash is not like the world's biggest balloon, or her nyash is not as big as like it's not as big as somebody carrying 2 bowling balls in their back pockets.
Yeah, because what I think is that money is kind of like equivalent to how a woman's physical appearance is.
It is.
Like when she's beautiful, that just gives you an opportunity to say, okay, let me see what she's about.
Exactly.
Same thing with guys having money.
Yeah, so in short, today's relationships, what attracts each gender, we've now put it to the extreme.
Exactly.
You understand? Women, we say they like successful men. Not basically the actual hard cash, but successful men. But they've put it now, if you want to date me, ufunika enerionse umabwera chena ma present worth kaya kapena need 5.
She's confused.
You understand? Unrealistic expectations right there. Then as a guy, inenifuna girl alina nyashi ngati akajaka pansi 3 nyanganya. You understand? Then this is where we're getting it wrong now. Because I've met girls, all right? I only got to know that she had nyash when I met her in person. On Facebook, she never even presents it. She never even shows it off in any way. Then when you say like, that's just how it is. But in today's times, guys, we are looking for the wrong things in women.
Yeah.
And then when women hate us or break our hearts, then we cry about, she cheated on me.
We act shocked and hurt.
You knew. First of all, you go ahead and you're trying to wife a social media influencer who her entire image is about her nyash and how her body is.
And then you're shocked.
And you're shocked that she left it. Bro, this chick is dating social media. She's literally dating Facebook or Instagram. Every time she's getting those reactions, those are the compliments she's getting. Then you're abuela, no, I'm going to wife this, bruh.
No, you'll cry. You'll cry at work. You'll be on the weekend.
I mean, at the end of the day, guys, we should understand, no king shall marry a concubine. And no princess shall sleep with half of her residential area or half of her kingdom.
Because how does that make other girls feel, those who don't have the nyash? How does it make them feel when they're just, simple looking, but in their heads they're like, I thought being a good woman was enough. Now
I have to have nyash.
Yeah, imagine I have to have a big ass, I have to have big tits in order for me to actually attract the man I want. So that actually makes them a bit depressed.
It's the same reason when we say there are men who don't have much, but they're good men.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So there are those things happening. So both sides of the gender, we've been it's like we've been played somehow by someone who's engineering society to move like this, for both sides to have unrealistic expectations. Girls want an ultra successful man, and men want a freaking supermodel with a shape of a corn star, but who is but who has the body count of a nun. It doesn't make sense. You dig?
So as a man, you just need to sit down and reflect, on what went wrong in the relationship. Like, okay, what is it that I did wrong? First, look at yourself. What is it that I did wrong that made her end it with me? So those are the things. Now you don't have to go to her and ask her, why did it end? Why did no. That makes you look very desperate, and it makes you not move on. So you need to, like I said, take a walk, listen to music, think to yourself, what happened? And now, once you discover those answers, now you tend to change yourself. Maybe she didn't like the way your appearance was. Maybe she didn't like the way you were speaking to people. Maybe you're too emotional. Maybe you're too cold. You're not showing any emotions, because some girls like it when you show a bit of emotions, right? Maybe she got you something and you didn't seem to be impressed, but you told yourself, I'll be cold with it. I'm a man.
Yeah, so this is why understanding the female mind is very important.
Exactly.
Because you can't go in blindly trying to, go on dates with girls that are trying to understand how they think.
Yeah.
So you have to be social, have to expose yourself, and then realize that, okay, this is how I need to behave. This is what I need to do. This is how I need to dress. This is how I need to talk to her if I want to keep her around.
Because, in as much as I say, thou shalt not simp, which men shouldn't do. But some men take not simping to an extreme.
Exactly.
They think not simping is you not showing any emotion or interest towards a girl. That's not what we're saying. The problem is that there's always an extremist. Everywhere, there's always an extremist, know. When we say don't simp, we are simply saying don't put a woman on a pedestal. Don't put in the energy that she's not reciprocating. Don't be a sucker, in short. Okay, don't suck up to her. Don't be the guy she knows if I back you jump. No. But when we say you have to show emotion, we didn't say manje break down and cry in front of her just because she told you can open up for me. No. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying here is, fam, listen, show appreciation when she does something nice. Oh, baby, this is very nice. Thank you. I to be honest with you, I didn't expect it.
Mutual exchange of
you
value.
You need to show. Manja benangu, kai you feel just appreciating a girl. You're simping.
Relax, bro.
Just telling her, baby, today you look fine. Hot. You're simping. Who said now you shouldn't compliment women?
Yeah, because look, when a woman buys a dress and then she shows it to you, she wants you to over-exaggerate your excitement. Babe, you look sexy. That dress. Wow.
But if it comes out,
it's good. It boosts her confidence.
And then your Kagaden boy outside, but mami lelo Monica moishe ngati sindimwe mwezi bokwatila ngati nami kwatila, and boom. Who do you think she's going to take? Because at the end of the day, that's all it takes sometimes.
This is why relationships are, you need to be strategic.
Exactly.
You shouldn't just go with the flow and hope things work out. Oh, now because we're dating, she'll stay with me forever and ever and all that.
There are men out there, and here's the thing. As we are looking into why she left you before you start fixing yourself, there are some guys out there. Immediately they get in a relationship. Look, a girl falls in love with a guy that has something going on. You're doing the right things. He works out, he goes out, try to get his money right, he dresses nice, so on and so forth. He just looks ultra focused. And then there are some guys, immediately they get the girl, they fall back, they stop doing what they were doing. They stop the very thing that made you be with her in the first place. You fall back, wankala. Now you start wambonkala na pot bed, wambo broker. You are supposed to continue. With women, there's somebody who said, with women, it's endless game. Your game never ends.
Never ends,
You
bro.
continue. Simple as pie. So at the end of the day, my guy, if you want to get over a breakup, first look at yourself. What do you think? There's a mistake. You can't tell me you did everything 100%. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
There is a mistake you made. Look into yourself. See she left you. But don't go trying to say, okay, no, I'll be different this time. No, my nigga, don't do that. Don't do that. All you have to do is the next girl, I'll make sure I don't make the same mistake I did with the other girl. Simple. Move on, fam.
And the fact is that one thing that you guys actually do is that you allow your girl to control you 100%. You allow her to manipulate you. You allow her to tell you what to do by saying, don't hang out with these girls, don't do that, while she's hanging out with her best friends.
Me, I don't like your friends.
Exactly.
Like,
So
What kind of friends?
about-
Male besties?
male besties. I'm talking about, and it could even be females as well.
This
but
is
for those
the great-
females
this
who
is
are
the
actually
great-
allowing her to go out and be mischievous
Yeah.
out there,
And that's-
and
and
you
the-
don't put boundaries as a man.
Yeah.
This is why in her head she's thinking, this nigga is weak.
To be honest with you,
and you know when she's like what you said, manipulating him, right? Females always need to be surrounded by someone masculine.
Yeah.
So if she's manipulating the guy, the nigga, then who's masculine enough to be in her presence and all that?
Yeah, because what you've said, look, I for one, first of all, don't trust a girl that has female friends and they're all single.
It's dangerous.
Because you know what? Let's face it, ladies, majority of ladies are always at competition with themselves.
Yeah, true.
You dig? They're always with competition. Women don't push each other to success. They just don't do it. It's just not in their nature. Guys do that. And when your girlfriend has got 3 other friends or 2 other friends and they don't have boyfriends, that should be an alarm for you. These are not happy that just one of them is in a relationship. They are not happy that when you do something for your girl, she goes to tell them, oh, my boyfriend took me kushansha. They do not like that. They get jealous. And they will find a way to convince her to do something, to make a mistake. Sometimes, girls don't cheat on their guys simply because they want to cheat on him, simply because they were listening to wrong advice.
Yeah.
They had all these people talking in their ear.
All these insights
You understand?
are-
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like this. You tell her, baby, listen. She tells you, no, today, baby, I want to go out. Go out to where?
To where?
Me and my friends were like, oh, your single friends, you want to go out to club, kwenda kumamoba.
Why?
And then when you say no, the friends, he told you no. Girl, you are independent. You should do whatever you want. No, listen, there are limits. There are limits. Even girls, even my girlfriend wouldn't be happy me going to a, how can I say this? Me going to a pool party, which I know 80 to 90% it will just be females.
Yeah.
She knows, look, I'm a man. I'm going to be very, very, very tempted. Uzaona chigero, onanyash. You want to, it's not that you feel like it's just human nature.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to avoid those situations.
Like-
and this is what we tell the ladies.
Yeah, like what I saw on TikTok. There's a lady who said every person is capable of cheating, whether a man or
everybody.
a woman. But the fact is that what you have to know is that you have to control yourself and avoid those temptations. So if women are out there going in clubs, eventually there'll be some guy who's
gonna
going
be smoother than you.
Exactly, who's going to be smoother than you, who's going to take her home and sleep with her, and then she's going to come back home and say, no, I'm sorry for what I did. And if you are a guy and you accept that, believe me, she would do it
That's
again.
the thing. Because
you know?
let us not be arrogant here to say, my girl would never cheat on me. Even I don't think I've ever seen a girl say, my boyfriend would never cheat on me.
I've also never heard that.
You know what? Girls know guys are always looking.
This
We
is
are
why
always
they're
looking.
afraid to check a guy's phone.
Exactly,
because they know.
exactly. Look, guys, if girls never say, my boyfriend would never cheat, then why should we as guys think my girlfriend will never cheat? It's just so we are sometimes
The universe shall punish
yes,
you.
Sometimes as guys we become delusional.
Because between the two genders, I think with women, the cheating rate is very high is because they get approached all the time.
Yeah. Because think about it this way. Think about it. One thing I've noticed, men may be living in reality in terms of work. In short, when it comes to life, men live in reality. Okay, women live in a fantasy when it comes to
La La
life.
Land.
La La Land. You understand? But funny thing, when it comes to relationships, women live in reality.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
They know anything can happen. You understand? Men, when it comes to relationship, La La Land. You dig? So it's almost vice versa. You understand? So you find guys out there, I let my girl go out there. I trust my girl. She can do. Listen, it's not
Very
about trust.
confused.
Everybody gets tempted. Jesus was tempted. He did not act on his temptation, but he had to fight it. But if the Son of God can be tempted, iwe kambwanga, iwe wankala,
Who are you?
iwe, who are you to think you cannot be tempted?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You understand? Otherwise, listen, fam. I was telling a girl like this one day, like, okay. No, I was talking to a guy. I was like, okay, I want you to look at it this way. You walk into a room, there's $100 million in that room. $100 million. There are no cameras, there's no security. No one saw you go in, and no one will see you go out. Are you sure you're not going to take some of that money? Let's
course.
be honest with
I will.
ourselves. You will.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I would. I will.
Okay,
I would
I
even
believe
get
you.
my friends. I would even get you guys and
Exactly.
say, yeah,
Exactly.
come through.
Let's be
do all
realistic.
this.
Exactly. You come Pwando, Mwaba. So now you ask yourself a girl.
Wait.
She walks up into an establishment where there's these hard dudes. They seem to be doing fine. They're top tier. They are better than you in every metric. And this guy has assured her, your boyfriend doesn't have to know. We can do it slick. You understand? He doesn't have to know. Are you sure she won't be tempted to do something? Because sometimes girls won't cheat simply because, no, my boyfriend might find out. But if you assure them to say, it's just one time. We will never even talk to each other again. We will never even meet each other. We will never, no social media, no contact. Boom. She will be tempted. There is a higher chance she can act on that.
But I think that depends on how, because women are emotional, right?
No, they are.
Yeah, so I think in order for her to reach that level of her being willing to sleep with someone else, then he has to be able to emotionally stimulate her much better than the previous guy.
Yes.
Because women need to be emotionally invested in order for them to either cheat or for the relationship to work.
For sure. But here's the thing. At
about
the end
to
of
say
the
that,
thing.
yeah.
You're about to say that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What are we talking about here? There's always somebody who's going to be better than you.
I mean, look.
In a certain way.
Look, men and women are different.
Yes,
and women
for
are
sure,
different.
for sure.
I mean, women actually connect, like he said, women connect to guys emotionally.
For sure.
So even though the guy is actually better than you,
for
she'll
sure.
still connect to you emotionally.
For sure.
She'll tell herself, look, I know you're rich, you've got money, but
It's
I'm
not-
still loyal to my
Because I
to
can
my
even
guy.
Here's
I can
the
even
thing,
I can
guys.
even give you an example, right? If I decide to post a picture on Instagram, right? I post my cars, I post my packs, how ripped I am.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think women will come flocking in?
No,
Why?
no,
Because
no, no,
because
no.
that's not what attracts them, right?
First of all, first of all, you guys, I think, misunderstand me. And we at the end of the day, we have to be clear. It's not always about if he has more money, he's richer than you. Let's not even put it that way. It's not always like that. Okay. There are men out there. I've spoken to a girl before. She tells me, we've only talked for 10 minutes, but I feel like I've known you for a very long time.
Is that the
Girls,
situation?
No, listen.
girls
Is that-
act
is that
in
the
the
situ-
current
No, no.
moment? They can say anything.
Now-
they
now
can
listen,
even marry you in the
listen,
current
listen.
moment.
No, I
Now,
just, but
now
I just
listen.
want want to confirm something.
Yeah.
If she's talking to someone, right? Is she already dating or she's
Now,
not?
I'll get to that. Let me answer this. If women act in the moment, what is stopping for them to, since they act in the moment, this guy, they were at a party, regular party. They isolated themselves where they're just seated here, just talking. Since women act in the moment, what makes you think they cannot act in a moment?
This
to
is
be
why
together?
women need to avoid such
That's what I'm
temptations.
saying. This is
by
why
all means.
It goes back to what I was saying. Like, guys, temptations. Isn't that what I was saying?
Yeah.
Temptations. They will be tempted. Everybody gets tempted.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what you were saying, I lost my train of thought. What did you ask me?
I was asking if she's single while she's in that situation or she's dating.
Yeah, but here's the thing. These are different metrics. She could be single, she'll act differently. She could be dating, she'll act differently. You understand? But that doesn't to say, she's in a relationship, it's ironclad, it's solid. At the end of the day, nothing is forever. Nothing is written in stone. Just because she's in a relationship, she won't move in a certain way. As much as we as guys, you can't be consistent forever. Leon said.
But I think that depends on the type of girl you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Because so many men out there are dating girls who are exposed to the outside world a lot,
Yeah,
like
but-
in clubs,
Yeah,
in industries.
but
because
that's the thing.
now, even if she decides to date an average guy, she'll be forced to compare him to the other guy she's met
Yes,
previously.
but Laz, what you're saying is true. I do not dispute that fact. But we have to look at it. Sometimes we have to be realistic with ourselves. Okay? This is not 1982. Majority of the girls are exposed to what you're talking about. Majority of them. Mind you, women are as free as men now. Okay? They're as free. Okay? You can't just say it depends on the girl. Yes, it does depend. But that cannot rattle out to say, I would actually go and argue to say probably 80% of modern day women are exposed to what everybody is exposed to compared to the one in a 200 that you meet that don't hit the club, that don't go around, that don't talk to strangers, that don't talk to guys. They're in the minority here.
And
this is why you need to level up as a man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and this is why you need, like you said, you need
Yeah.
to level up as a man. You need to put some certain boundaries
Exactly.
when you're with when you're dating your girlfriend.
Yeah, so
when you're dating.
it goes back to what I was saying. If men get tempted, what makes you think women don't get tempted?
No, women have been getting tempted for the longest time.
Now listen to what
And-
I'm saying. temptations happen. This is where boundaries happen. This is why I was saying, women live in reality when it comes to relationships. Men sometimes become delusional, okay? Women know that a guy can be tempted. You've probably seen, you're walking with your girl. A girl is coming the opposite way. All of a sudden, your girl just holds your hand. You understand? She's living in reality. You understand? She knows, or sometimes she just wants to see if you're going to look. You understand?
Yeah.
She's just trying to see if you're going to look.
That's saying secure girls, man. Damn.
But are you sure? Anyway, because there have been times a girl, Mutamba fume. You know, girls can be crazy. Mutamba fume. Do you think she's hot? The girl you're
Those
seeing
are the
on TV.
confused girls. How does she ask you such a question when you're watching a movie
But
and
here's the
enjoying?
thing. But because to them, they level it, because you've seen girls fall in love with artists they know they will never meet. Or say, that's my crush. You dig?
Yeah.
So they think guys also level to that, you see? But at the end of the day, girls, they know how to set boundaries. She'll tell you, I don't like how you talk to that girl. She'll tell you, because she knows that girl is wanting you too. Girls set boundaries. Guys have a difficult time setting boundaries in this situation. You
know why?
Yeah,
you know why it's hard for guys to set boundaries? Because we want more. That's why. More and more
No,
is
I'm
what we
saying
want.
boundaries for the girl.
For the girl.
No,
Oh,
not
I
for
thought on
yourself.
himself.
For the girl. You
Doesn't
understand?
that mean he's weak then?
Yeah, exactly. But here, who are we talking to majority here? We're not, look,
Niggas.
I can't be a pastor preaching to the people who already know the gospel. We are preaching to people who don't know the gospel.
Yeah.
And these are the men that don't know how to navigate. These are the people we are talking to at the end of the day. Most guys out here fail to send boundaries to girls in fear of she'll leave me. You understand?
You know why? Because
weak
Netflix
guys.
actually taught them that.
Exactly. You
Netflix has
understand?
allowed women to actually gallivant outside and hoe around and say that
that's
it's
true.
empowerment. It is not empowerment.
It's so funny that empowerment is a woman undressing in today's time.
Exactly.
How do you even gain power by undressing?
Like there's this bitch in
What?
there's this bitch with sand and all that stuff. I'm not talking about a girl.
Okay.
There's this bitch in Berlin, right? Where women are now proud to be topless, or
Yeah,
because men are topless.
Not only that, Germany has
Germany, yeah.
actually legalized. It's a law.
see?
Women can walk topless as well now.
You see?
Yeah,
you see how ridiculous that sounds?
and
That's
the-
not empowerment.
and-
And you know what I think is
Yeah.
that such women who behave like that, I think it all stems back to how they grew up at the end of the day. Because most of these women who are doing all these kinds of stuff that, doesn't make sense for a woman to do. I think they came from broken homes, man.
Yeah.
Like they navigate the entire world trying to find out who can lead them.
Yeah.
So if it's not God, it could be Netflix.
Yeah,
Could be
yeah,
social
you know-
media, end up doing stupid things. So the best way for you to actually make sure that you're not dating the wrong woman is to make sure that she's coming from a loving home. And
Yeah, I think we should, men should be vetting women. Women vet us. And this is one thing that we just don't do. We don't use the game women use.
yeah, true.
Women are very good at vetting a man. They're very good at picking a man, seeing, okay, what his caliber is, what he's capable, is he competent, so on and so forth. They screen us before she gives you a
testing
chance.
us.
Guys, she's got a nice nyash. That shouldn't be enough for you. You understand?
You know how you should test a girl?
Yeah, you should test a girl.
You know how you test a girl? Is when you two are going out, she's at your house, and you tell her, babe, can you iron this for me? You don't throw it at her. Just say, babe, can you iron this for me? And if
See-
she doesn't do it,
Yeah.
take her back
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
Take her back home. That's you vetting her. That's you seeing, is she wife material? And if she's not,
because
take her back home.
I remember one instance. I called a girl over at my house. I was like, I'll cook for you. Understand? And I did cook. I cooked. And I didn't even ask her. She did the dishes.
I was
Boom.
even about to ask her, did she even wash the dishes?
No, she did the dishes. I didn't have to do anything.
yeah.
She understood, like, he cooked, I do the dishes. You dig? But there are some girls out there. Na spoon ezakana kuichi. You let it go.
And
still
then, do you know why she did the
inside.
dishes? It's because probably where she came from, she understood the values of a woman that she needs to do. She needs to bring into a relationship.
I had given her, we bought pizza. And then what happened is that there was some that was left over. So I was like, in a pizza semaningi.
Yeah.
So I put it in my lunch box. I got a lunch box, put it in gave her the slices of pizza. She went home with it, right? The next time she came with a lunch bowl with stuff in it. She brought me some really nice, good chicken, right? And then I was like, you brought me something. Then she's like, look, where I come from, we do not, when somebody gives you food in a bowl, it should come back with food. You understand? It's just a way of appreciation. That's just how they say thank you. I was like, That's smooth. It's the little things. But some girls out here be moving so entitled, but the guy is there. Oh,
You want wife her.
still want to wife her, even though she thinks she's a Kardashian for some apparent reason. You know, what in a Kardashian unkale straight? Look at Kanye. You understand? You ain't,
Ain't
gonna
normal,
be,
bro.
You ain't gonna be straight if you're marrying a chick who's inspired by Cardi B and
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee
And
Stallion.
you know
You think you'll be normal?
And what's funny is that the red flags are right there.
They're always
there,
there.
right
They're
there.
always there.
In front of you.
And they're not small. Sometimes it's a big freaking plane flying. You know those planes which fly with like a flag, will you marry me?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
There are planes flying with a red flag, but you decided to ignore because the nyash was too big.
And we always complain about women always saying, no, I can change him, I can change him. And it's also the same thing with men
For men,
as well.
yeah, yeah.
Whenever they
I
see a
can
girl,
fix
no
it.
matter how she's behaving, they're like, nah, once I put a ring on it, once I get her to like me, she'll change eventually.
function.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that goes back to also, because we derailed a bit, we go back to, the topic at hand, how to get over a girl. So, like I said, one of the things is that you allow her to manipulate you as a man, You allow her to tell you what to do. So in the end, she gets bored and she forsakes a leader. So one thing as a man is that how you have to get over is that you need to now set standards for yourself, Don't call her, like I said earlier on. Don't pick up her calls. Don't call her. Don't ask her any questions. Why do you do this? Why?
Many
All that
men fail
nonsense.
that.
They
Many
always
fail.
fail. They always get into that trap all the time. No, it's because of this. No, I'm sorry. When she knows that this side, the relationship is not as it seemed, she'll come back running to you and say, no, I can go back to
Second fiddle, eh?
yeah, Jacob.
Because here's the thing. What guys don't understand is this. Here's the thing. Vakalume umfwen. When a girl breaks up with you, then all of a sudden and you know what's so funny? Women are always testing guys. Even when she's not with you anymore, she'll test you.
Yeah.
All right? She's broken up with you. She left you. Okay? The moment you start moving on with your life, they somehow want to like come back.
And there was something he said a while back where he said that no, the reason why women try to after the relationship ended, and then maybe she says, "Oh, hi, how are you doing? Checking up on you," and then now she just wants to see how stupid you are when you go back.
That's the thing. You know how you know. I like to use this analogy. So Bakalume, if you're that type of guy, a girl leaves you, you start moving on. She starts hitting you up. Then you are a sucker, you start responding, you start trying to engage again. You're like a dog when its owner throws a stick, like, whew, the dog runs for it, brings back the dog, phew, just like that. That's what you are. Because, like you've said, when immediately you start moving on, because women, they know that, okay, guys, he hasn't texted me, he hasn't called, he seems very busy, he seems like women hate to be forgotten. If there's one thing women hate, is to be forgotten. Every time they feel like he's about to forget me, they start trying to creep back. And then guys there, like a sucker, like the dog that you are, you go and pick your stick. You go, hey, go fetch. You play fetch with this chick. And then she's like, oh, he's so stupid. Like, look, I can do anything with this guy, but for some reason, he always comes back.
Because look,
He's like a boomerang.
Yeah.
You understand?
Because look, the only time I believe you can get back a girl if she broke up with you is one, she didn't dump you all because of another guy.
Yeah.
And two, she was just maybe feeling emotional. And three, if you give her 1 week. More than that, you can't get her back.
Yeah, for sure.
Sit down, because probably she broke up with you because she was feeling some type of way at home, and maybe you couldn't couldn't solve her problem at the moment.
Yeah.
So she probably sat down with her friends, cried, called you to say, no, I can't do this anymore, and then maybe came back to you after a week. I believe you can maybe sort something out. But more than a weweek, my friend, move on.
For sure. Let's not just put it on girls that when she breaks up with you, she instinctively had a problem.
No.
Because sometimes girls break up with guys for genuine reasons.
Yeah.
She just says, I broke up with you because simply I just don't like the way you talk to me sometimes. You talk to me like a child. You're always condescending. You treat me like I'm stupid. Girls would like, I had to break up with you. Not because it's not all the time that there's a guy, the reason she left you. No. Sometimes you guys can be so disrespectful towards your girls. So disrespectful. You dig? And then when a chick breaks up with you, no, there's another guy, you now start, paranoia creeps in, you start going crazy, kurimu guys here can be said, no, bruh. She just noticed that you're an asshole. Simple as pie. Where she comes from, they told her, Here, we do not date assholes. So sometimes you look at yourself like, okay, yeah, I've been mistreating this girl.
Yeah.
It hasn't. It's not fair. I don't
Exactly.
call her. I don't even act like I care. You know, I haven't called her in 2 weeks. Yeah, of course, she's going to think like I don't care about her. Hence, that's why she left. There, you can go and try and say, okay, baby, listen, you're right. I understand why you broke up with me. I haven't been paying attention to you. I've been mistreating you. And I want to change. I don't want to be this guy anymore. And I wish for us, give us another chance. I'll make sure I don't do this again. It's not all the time that there's a guy. Sometimes even guys, you are the problem yourself. So she left you. So at the end of the day, what you said is very true. You know,
You're not a problem solver.
Yeah,
You're always
you are
complaining.
lazy.
Exactly. You're not
Yeah,
providing any value.
Thank you.
know?
Sometimes ukumankala to a guy but he lazy. No
Exactly.
ambition whatsoever, and you want the
You
girl
want
to
her
stick,
to you want her
stick
to be
with you.
valuable. You want her to be loyal to you, and meanwhile, all you do is not solve problems, but you're always bringing in problems
Yeah,
to
it's
her.
wild, my guy.
Every time she comes to you, it's more problems, more arguments, more
Yeah,
more of
it's
things that she doesn't want. You know, women are emotional, so you as a man, you need to be logical and sit down to yourself and say, okay, babe, this is the direction we're going to go with. Believe you me, once you do that, she'll respect you in all metrics. But if you keep on bringing problems, she's going to be more stressed, and she won't even see a future with you. All you do is drink. All
Yeah.
you do is get
Great.
yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
All you do is just cause her emotional damage. So at the end of the day, she's just going to sit down and say,
Yeah,
you know
'cause-
what, this guy, I don't see a future with him. Let me just end it, you know? And then you're out there saying, no, all girls are not loyal. No, you're not loyal to yourself, nigga.
Yeah,
You know?
sometimes, like, look, here is the situation. She could even catch you cheating. She has the right to leave you if she thinks you've betrayed her. You find, hey, you were out, nigelo anga. You know what I mean? Nigelo anga. You start gaslighting her. You cheated on her. She leaves you. Then you, is there another guy?
Relax.
She
You're
found you-
projecting.
She found you with another girl in the house, bruh. There is no reason for you to start projecting. You did something wrong. She's punishing you by leaving you. So how are you now trying? Guys, no, fam. It's not always like that. It's not all days are Mondays, fam. You need to understand that. So at the end of the day, the reason girls leave guys, it's because it's your fault. It goes back to what we said. It's always your fault.
Yeah.
Your fault.
It's always your fault.
Yeah, because when you're in a company, right, and when the company fails, you can't blame the employees. You always blame the
CEO,
Yes,
the
yes.
boss.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
a boss, man.
Yeah,
No,
because in a
fam.
relationship, the man is always supposed to be the one leading. Women follow. So if the relationship ends up being fucked up, what happens?
Yeah,
The man's
it's
to
messed
blame.
up. Yeah.
Because look, it's not all the time when a woman comes to you and say, oh, baby, I want this, Shan. It's not all the time you're always going to have money. But eventually you need to assure her to say, look, at the moment right now, I don't have that money that you want, but I have half of it. I can give it to you. But the thing is that most men always put...
I'll
they
see what I
always-
can do.
I'll
And
see
then
what I can
disappear
do and
on her.
disappear. You don't live up to
No
your
follow-up,
promises.
aye, no follow-up.
Exactly. You don't live up to your promises. So in her head, she's thinking, if I was to get in trouble, what is this nigga going
Is
to
this
do?
guy
So you know what she
dependable?
does?
Yeah.
She goes to call her friend that she's been avoiding all because she respects you.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is that you need to sit down and work on yourself to say, look, if this girl has problems, these are the kind of solutions I'm going to solve. If she's got family, it could be family problems because girls can come to you for easy things like, babe, what hairstyle do you think I should wear?
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm not a girl, but you need to sit down and say, okay, I like you in that hairstyle. Look, it makes you look sexy. But if you're unable to give simple solutions like that, what more the big ones?
Yeah.
How are you going to solve
you know,
those?
sometimes a friend of mine once told me, like, you know, my girl was trying to get a laptop. You dig? And she already had in mind what laptop she wanted to buy. She already knew what it was. But she just wanted to confirm with me if it was the right decision she was making. She would call me, baby, I want to get a Shanshan. Do you think it's a good laptop? I think it's a good laptop, but I want to know if you think it's a good laptop. I was like, yeah, I looked at the specs. It looks very decent for the job that you want to do. It's top tier. Yeah, get that laptop. Get it. You understand? Just in case you may have a better laptop in mind to say,
Yeah.
you know, this is a good laptop. However, there's a better laptop I think you would enjoy with maybe even a better price tag. This one is too expensive for the value. You could, for the same price, you can get this one. You understand? Sometimes they ask you because look, women you know, somebody explained this to me. Women naturally think men can fix any problem.
Any problem.
Women think men have 100% knowledge of anything.
Knowledge of everything.
To women, they just assume uziba vonse. To women, I'm sorry, women treat men like gods sometimes. They already think
Exactly.
you know. So immediately you start showing, one, you don't have knowledge, two, you can't solve problems. They start is very incompetent.
Why do you think most women actually fall for papa's traps?
Exactly, because the man seems to know very much. Even not just papas, teachers, the lecturer. You dig? Because
Exactly.
he looks like he knows what he's talking
Everything.
about.
Yeah,
He knows everything.
Yeah.
And girls love guys that know everything.
And especially if they occupy like leader positions.
Because to be a leader, you have to. You see, to be a leader, you don't just boom, be a
Yeah.
leader. You have to climb up the ladder. You have to obtain knowledge. You have to be competent. So anybody of power, a musician, he's the best singer. Anything. Women, I think when you break it down like that, it becomes simpler to understand women.
Because you see,
know?
the thing is that not all days are gold.
Yeah, that's for
You might
sure.
have money today.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow you might be broke. But
Yeah,
you need
for
to
sure.
you need to set a standard as a man. Like, look, I'm in the leader position, so
for
that
sure.
your woman doesn't disrespect you. Because most guys always say, no, my woman started disrespecting me. It's because I'm broke. No, it's because you never respected yourself, even when you had money as well. So she was just waiting for that opportunity to disrespect you. So there were certain standards you never placed on yourself for her to respect you, even though you were broke. So you need to be in a position where, even though you're broke, you know that this woman is not going to disrespect me, but I'm going to get back up as a man, no matter what.
Girls like guys that say, baby, how are we going to fix the problem? And then you say, I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it
Even when you don't know, we just
I'll
say,
figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Guys respect that. Girls rather respect that. I'll figure it out. Even when it seems, look, it's not that when you say I'll figure it out, you automatically know the answer. Sometimes I blank. I just say, no, I'll figure it out. In my head,
Smart
I'm
answer.
like, I don't even know what
Yeah.
I'll say. But I go asking, boy, ija problem, ija unais of a bunch. I go asking her.
This is why you need to have a brotherhood.
Exactly. At the end of the day, she won't care. Since she doesn't know that you had to go outsource. But sometimes, even though she knows you went to ask people around, what she wants at the end of the day is, did you fix the problem?
Were you resourceful?
And this is why I think that there's supposed to be a journey that men's supposed to go through
Yeah.
before actually getting to the girl they want. Because they
Yeah.
have to make sure they increase their, intelligence.
Yeah.
They have to make sure they're more competent. They have to make sure that whatever comes their way, they're able to solve it right there and then. That way, when they now start dating the girl, it's much easier for him to give her advice, much easier to solve her problems and all that.
Okay, so, I think the easiest way, this one is very controversial, I'm going to say. But here's the thing. Guys, women understand it's not everything they can solve. It's not every problem they can fix. So in layman's terms, we can say women are incompetent. And the last thing they want to do is attach themselves with another person who's
Imagine.
incompetent. You can't have two incompetent people. They won't be able to do anything.
They want to be balanced.
You understand?
Life, no balance.
There has to be because if both of them are incompetent, it's a what? What did Thanos say? A cosmic imbalance?
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
So at the end of the day, if she's incompetent, the last thing she wants to do is be with somebody who's incompetent. I want to know how to play guitar, but I go to somebody who doesn't know how to play guitar.
It
Say,
doesn't
teach
make
me. It's not going to work. So you have to be competent as a guy at all times.
Exactly.
And guys fail to understand that.
Always be
Simple.
competent, guys. Always be
Wankala, no,
competent.
you don't want to even do anything per life. Unankala chabe. It's so
Imagine.
sad, my guys.
So anyway,
Yeah.
this is the part of the segment where we get to read some messages, man. So
Yeah, fam. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're
Bring
ready
them
to
on, man.
contribute.
Yeah.
So it says, "Hi, men's conference. I appreciate the word you guys are putting out.
Thank you very much, man.
My baby mama cheated on me after getting a job that pays more than what I earn. She even acted like she's sorry when telling me that she had sex with another man. Now I'm here pretending to be happy, but deep down I lost the connection and I don't see her the same. I want to leave her, but I'm just here for the baby. Worst part is that I'm 24 and she's 30. Any advice would appreciate. Thank you very much."
You know what? From that message...
Laz, I'll let you take this one first.
Okay. Yeah, from that message, that guy is inexperienced when it comes to women. This is why you cannot date a woman without having experience on how they think and how they operate. It's because now that's probably the first woman he's ever dated, and now she can even sense it and say, okay, this guy lacks experience with women,
Yeah.
so I can easily manipulate him.
Yeah.
No matter what I say, I know I'll find him when I come back home.
Yeah.
He'll always be there with me.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he lacks female experience.
Yeah.
So it's much better that he leaves. I don't know how much strength or how much if he's strong enough for him to leave the chick. But at the end of the day, he just has to leave her.
Yeah.
And go out there in the world. I know he's doing it for the kid, but that's how she's now using him to manipulate
Yeah.
it. She's using
First
the
of
kid to
all,
manipulate it.
Speaking of the kid, my guy, are you sure that's your kid? You see?
You don't even know.
That's the question I should ask. Look, he actually said the girl is 30 and he's 24. Look at that age gap, my nigga. In reverse, it works, where the man is 30, the woman is 24. But when the woman is 24, she has more experience already. Because I seriously doubt this guy. Look, if he was experienced, he wouldn't be texting us right now. I seriously, first of all, at 24, excuse me, most guys at 24, what experience do they have in a relationship?
That's true figuring out life, man. By that time,
Compared to a girl who's 30. Just think about it. Put already
And
my
who's
guy.
earning more money than
Who's
him.
exactly
Yeah, because-
one? She's earning more money than you. She's look at the disrespect levels that she has for this guy. First, she has a better job than you. Already, she sees you. She sees your weakness. Financially, you are weaker than her. Secondly, age. In as much as they say age is just a number, it works when the man is older.
Yeah.
When a woman is old, when the woman is older and you're not doing better than she's doing, she'll be like, he's a boy, he's a kid. I'm older than him after all. He could be my young brother for all I know. So my guy, she sees you as a young brother. Okay? One, you're financially weak. That's already your problem. Two, she's older than you. She probably has more experience than you.
Yeah.
And she's using the kid to make you stay. Listen, fam. In as much kids need both their parents, but even you as a human being, you shouldn't just sit there and be disrespected by your woman. Forgiving her, knowing that you won't leave because of the kid, is the more reason she'll keep on doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
She'll continue. They never stop.
No,
they never stop. Initiate a boundary. What's the boundary? You telling her it's over, but I will be there for the kid. That's the best solution here. You don't want to be that man that's sucked up to everything. Because here's the thing. Because I'm in doubt right now if this kid is truly his. Because I feel like this woman might be manipulating our nigga. The guy even thinks it's his kid.
Take a DNA test.
Take a DNA test, my guy. There are so many places. Just go up a Facebook, DNA test in Zambia. You will
Simple.
see a lot of clinics that are offering that.
And if she
you understand?
and if she refuses, then just know that it's not yours.
It's not yours.
Yes.
It's not yours. Because at the end of the day, my dude, there's a high chance this might not be your kid. I'm just saying.
Because look, dating an older woman is not a problem.
Yeah.
But the fact is that it comes with high risks at the end of the day.
Very much.
Because once a woman, more especially, is like 5 years older than you, believe you me, there are people she's dealing with who are actually 5 years older
Older
than
than
her.
her. Exactly.
And the fact is that you're not making more money than her. She's
He's
in a better
24.
position than you. So what I can tell you as a guy is that you need to sit down and think about your life. Because I've seen guys who are actually dating women who are older than them that have actually cheated on them, and they stayed and they've had a bad marriage, and then it's too late for them to leave, all because of the kid. We understand, yes, the kid is with you.
Yeah.
The kid might be yours, but you need to also see what you want for yourself. What is it that you should do in order to better the kid's life? Okay? What should you do in order to better the kid's life? Maybe go back to school. Maybe open a business. Maybe do all these things that's actually going to better the kid's life. For her, you just need to sit down and tell her, look, you cheated on me. You betrayed my trust. And I cannot trust you anymore, because you said that you lost the connection and you cannot regain it. Once a man has been betrayed, it is impossible for him to actually regain that trust that he had for that girl. Unless if God maybe came to both of you and just said, she will never cheat again. Yes, but believe you me, that's like 1 in a million or 0 in a million.
Dude, it hasn't even happened yet.
Exactly.
Neither.
Exactly.
Don't give niggas hope.
So at the end of the day, a woman has cheated on you, that she's betrayed your trust completely.
You leave.
So what you have to do, sit down and tell her, look, I can't be with you anymore, but I'll be coming to visit the kid on a regular basis. Even if she begs so much, even if she promises that she will never do it again, believe you me, you always have that thought lingering in your mind to say, this woman is a betrayer. So my guy, what you can do is that find better for yourself. Find a woman that's younger, because yes, there are women out there that want husbands, but dating an older lady will bring more risk to your life.
The younger she is, the less experience which you can now.
To be honest with you, what you've said is very true. But you know what the easiest route here? What will inspire our man to leave this girl? He has to take the DNA test first. You understand?
Yeah.
Because believe me, I hope it's your kid, my guy. Just for you to make sure that you fell in love with your child, your own DNA.
Yeah.
But if it ain't yours, my nigga, you are not staying. We
Step.
know you ain't staying. You better
Step.
run and don't look back. It's not your responsibility.
Yeah.
But if it's your kid, you should say, listen, it's my kid at the end of the day. I will bear responsibility. It's my child. It's my DNA. It's my heir. Okay? But I'm still not going to stay with this woman.
No.
Simply because she cheated on me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Don't stay
Simple
with
as
a
pie.
woman that has
Don't,
cheated on
don't.
you. Never.
He's 24. You're still young, my dude.
Young.
Why was it Kotesa so?
You've got
Why
10
are you-
years.
Why are you making yourself so old dating a girl that is... I'm sorry, she's past her prime, 30.
Yeah.
And you're 24. 24, you're still, as a guy, you're still trying to figure it out. I'm sure he's probably still in college or he recently left college. A 30-year-old girl is dealing with... Your girl at work, she's 30. She's dealing with dudes who left college 15 years ago.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
left college, what, a year ago? Maybe
Yeah.
you're still in school.
Yeah.
Why are you sticking around with a girl that is dealing with guys that left college 15 years ago? They're already making more money. Probably it's even her boss.
So don't stress yourself, my guy.
Yeah.
Don't stress yourself, because she said, no, we've got a kid together, so you have to stay. You can still support that kid, even if you're not staying with the
Yeah,
girl
yeah.
that cheated on you.
Yeah.
So, my guy, you can just step,
Bounce.
but always focus on the kid. Focus on
Yeah.
the kid, make he or her life better. You know, those are the things that you have to do.
Otherwise, on to the next
on
one.
to the next one,
to
my
the
friend.
next one.
Anything that you want to say, Lars?
Last words?
Yeah, my
Okay,
nigga.
okay.
Put it out there.
Okay, so this is all to all the men out there. You need to be disciplined. Doesn't matter whether you have money, doesn't matter whether you have ability, talent, strength, all what matters at the end of the day is discipline, because discipline is like the ability to put aside things that interest you. Things that
Short-
interest you in your life.
Short-term
Short-term-
pleasures.
Yeah, short-term pleasures. So just focus on the one thing and do it consistently over and over again until you become successful. Yeah, that way eventually now you get to do whatever you want. So the key here thing is just stay disciplined. Yeah.
Like I'm trying to be disciplined here with this guitar here, you know.
Yeah. That ranting guy.
The ranting guy, aka Desperado. You dig?
no,
You
I'm
understand?
sorry.
I have a gun.
No.
Nina foot you mo. Kulizina chegelo at panties drop, my nigga. Panties
Right,
drop.
right.
But hey, Bakalume Umfwen, here's the thing. I'm just gonna be serious. Serious talk, guys. You have to be competent with women. You have to be competent with yourself. Most of you guys, you have no drive, you have no goal. You live life I would say, you live life on airplane mode. You don't even know what's controlling you. You don't even know what you're going to do tomorrow. You are life in the after all virisoche. Kairi life virisoche. You do not live by that code. Women don't stick around with men that don't have a vision. Because she doesn't want to get lost with you, fam. The world is a wilderness. And if you do not know how to navigate the wilderness, you will be eaten by animals out there. And a girl is not going to stick around a guy that is going to be eaten by anything. You have to be the guy that fights the lion. You have to be the guy that steals the banana from the monkey. You have to be the guy that outsmarts the cheetah, that outruns it. That's the only way you're going to survive. So, Bakalume, at the end of the day, when a woman breaks up with you or leaves you, it was your fault. Whether she was a good girl but she left, there's something you did wrong. You stopped looking like you are working on yourself. You stopped having goals and ambitions. That's why she left. And it's also your fault if you dated a chick, you know she's an amakwenkwe, ni hule girl, or this girl is a hoe, but you're out here trying to change her to be something. I'm sorry, but you cannot make a corn star into a wife. It just doesn't work.
Doesn't work like
All
that.
right? So, guys, it's not all about the nyash. It's all about the brain here. You understand? And it has come to my attention, majority of the girls that thrive on their nyash are the girls you should be staying away from in terms of wifing.
Step away.
She's telling you her value is in a nyash. Everything, her entire personality is in a nyash. There is nothing more she has to offer except a nyash. Those are not girls you wife. I told you, those are girls for recreational purposes only.
Yeah.
They are bubble gums. You chew and spit. You don't swallow bubble gums unless you're stupid. So if you are the type of guy that is there, I have a girlfriend Wankala, you are in laissez-faire. I hope the girl breaks your heart into powder, Mambala. Otherwise, in Nakamba, that's all I'm going to say for today, my nigga.
So before I actually get into the last words.
Yeah, before I play my guitar.
I would love to actually give you 10 countries with most women that cheat. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's a stats now. There's
Yeah,
statistics.
there is. Statistics, I should say.
Wow.
So
It's
number
wow.
10.
Yeah.
We've got Indian women, right?
Ooh, Indian women.
They cheat. Yeah.
I thought Indian women have got like this, there's this tradition
Yeah,
and
this culture.
arranged marriage type
Yeah.
of issue. Wow.
It's crazy.
I'm shocked. Yeah, India.
So number 10, we've got Indian women. Number 9, we've got Italian women.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Italiano. Yeah.
Number
It
8,
makes sense.
Number 8, we've got American women.
Oh,
Number
come on, we all see
7,
it.
we've got French women. Number 6, we've
Oh,
got.
before you said the sixth one, the French women, I understand.
Yeah.
You know why? Did you know that French women, even when you're married to a French woman, she's still allowed to kiss other men?
What the hell?
Exactly. Yeah, it's okay. And
Huh?
for them, these people are delusional. And for some reason, if your wife
What?
is impregnated by another man and you don't know about it, she has the right to pin it on you. And even though you found out and you're still married to her, the guy who impregnated her can leave her. But you have to be responsible for a kid that is not yours. French is a pretty delusional place, and they call it the place of romance. It's the place of infidelity, my
So if
nigga.
I decide to leave the woman, what, there'll be
The
consequences?
law is coming for you.
What?
You have to pay child support for a kid that is not yours. The French are crazy.
So avoid dating French women at all costs. that's
Yeah,
what you're
I
saying.
would actually recommend not to date a French woman. You will be ruined, my nigga. Yeah, so continue, my nigga.
I'm dazzled, bro.
You're dazzled, eh? Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I don't even know which kind of sucker came up with that type of law. You understand? How do you even wake up and put such a law? You know what I mean? It's
the hell?
ridiculous, yeah. I read about it. Google it, Bakalume. Google it. It's ridiculous. The French women, they are berserk.
That's messed up. But anyway, let's continue. Number 7, French
Yeah.
women. Number 6, Singaporean women.
Singapore.
Number 5, Russian women. Number 4, Malaysian women. Number 3, British women. Number 2, Thai women. And number 1, with 62% of women cheating in that country,
Which?
Nigerian women.
Let's clap for them, guys.
Nigerian women, why not?
Because I wanted to be surprised. Like, no African country.
Africa
Africa seems to be doing very well.
Nah, Nigerian
But
women.
I knew for sure that Nigeria should be in the top 3. I knew for sure for some reason. Like, look, we've seen Nigerian women saying, like, look, if you're going to date me, you're going to pay my rent, my house, my shan. She literally wants her boyfriend to be her father.
Yes.
And if you cannot provide for that, she just believes, you can't provide, you have no money. Boom, she's with another dude. You understand? I mean, Nigerian men have spoiled women rotten. We've seen, I remember when our house help used to watch a lot of Nigerian movies. There was always that sucker Nigerian who finds a nice girl and is there splashing money. They have that concept. They believe relationships function on money. No money, no relationship. To them, money is the engine to a relationship. It is so sad,
that's
Nigerians.
messed up, man.
Now I
Nigerians.
know why you are a lot, Kanshi. Kanshi mulichabe all over the place. It's so sad, aye.
So, any last words for me is that what I can tell you is that stop living life like a peasant. You know,
Yep.
always put
Peasantry.
always know what to do in life as a man. You know, always put yourself above your family, your friends, and your girlfriend. Because as a man, you need to know what to do in life. You need to know how to solve problems. No matter how hard life is, never give up, believe you me. Always have that momentum to always keep on going up, because you're the only person that can make this work, and you're the only person that can fuck this up. So as a man, don't live life like a peasant. You know, that's what I can say. So it's been great, it's been fun, it's been amazing. This episode is actually brought to you by Bongobongo, man. So any last words for...
Ranting Guy is about to play you the coolest song ever. It's called Simps Must Die. See you next week. End of show.
Yeah.